Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I have the ostentatious. Yeah, I like that one. The ostentatious and the tenacious. And let's see, what is related to today? Ha 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 ha. Survived her first adventure traversing new territory. My co-host Diana.
You're too much sometimes.
Inside joke is. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm gonna be looking back at these episodes. I'm like, what happened to me today? Like, what did JK say? Like, what exactly happened in my life? Because we have a diary at this point via the show.
That's what I'm here for. That's exactly what I'm here for. Okay, so we are about to jump into this. We will do our best to move through this pretty quickly. Today had a lot of good parts. If it was up to me, this is one of these episodes. If it was, well, it is up to us when it comes to that. But I would have loved to cover the entire episode, to be honest, because there were so many things. Because Diana and I were talking about that, like there were tidbits and stuff, and we're like, "Oh, this was a really good line. Oh, that was a good line. Oh, what about this part?" And when you get all of that, it's hard to pick what you want to cover. I don't know, Diana. What about you?
Yeah, like there wasn't like a lot going on in this episode, and I don't count Bill as a lot. Like that man could just move along. But a lot of important conversations, maybe. And so I know it doesn't sometimes feel like there's a lot going on or there's not a lot of drama, but I think the conversations were interesting or it needed to be had, maybe.
Yeah, well, that's what was pretty much throwing me in. I'll just say I was conflicted because I'm like, oh, this is an interesting conversation. Like the conversation that Anita and Vernon had with Nicole about Kat and all this other stuff. And even the stuff with Bill and Madison checking Bill, and every single scene, I felt like there was some type of importance to it. Did I feel like this was an episode that was the game changer or something? Absolutely not. But do I feel this was the episode where I'm like, oh, well, this information is useful. So I'm like, okay, well, I want to discuss this. And that's kind of where we're at. So speaking of discussing things, Chelsea and Kat are having a conversation. Kat's like, I don't want to be a poster child when it comes to organ donors. Like, why? So let's go ahead. We're picking up, I think, the second part of this scene.
You encouraged me to use our platform for good after my kidnapping.
That was different.
Well, not really. I was ready to throw in the influencer towel and just withdraw from the world, but a very wise person told me how important it is to use my experience and my voice to advocate for women's safety.
And you did that. You turned something terrible and traumatic and channeled it into something positive, just like Gran did when she encouraged women to get their screenings.
You just proved my point.
I know it's a good cause. I heard everything the doctor said about needing more people on the organ donor registry. And how people of color are underrepresented on the organ list and overrepresented on the wait list.
You know, I didn't know that matching with someone with your background increases your chances of getting a transplant, and most people don't. You are the perfect person to shed a light on this. I'm so happy you realize the significance.
Now, wait a minute. Now, I agree it's a worthy cause and that people should know the facts. So, if you want to use Chelsea Cat socials to spread awareness, I'm all for it.
Okay, but why do I hear a but coming?
But I'm not going to be the poster child for that campaign. Leave me out of it.
This wasn't the part, but that's fine too. This whole thing with the organ donor stuff, it is sweet of Chelsea because I see what she's saying. And also they're trying to bring awareness to organ donors, or should I say to the I don't want to say crisis, because I think that's a little bit melodramatic, but to the need to have organ donors. And I respect that. I also respect Kat's decision. I think for Kat, she's over a lot of things right now related to this whole liver stuff, mostly because I think it was kind of traumatic for her with what she went through. And I think she just wants to forget about it. And it's like, okay, look, don't give me any reminders. The scar is enough of a reminder. That's Eva still being alive is a reminder. I'm It's like, I'm good. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And one thing I will say, when her and Chelsea were having the conversation, because I'm like, okay, is Chelsea about to make it on the Cat fans enemies list? Because, basically she was like trying to push Cat. And then when Cat was like, hey, I've had a lot of pressure lately, or whatever Cat has said. And Chelsea's like, yeah, and we don't want to do that. And Chelsea immediately backed off. And then Cat had a little bit of a change of heart. I was like, well, you can talk to Eva, but don't bring up my name, and so on and so forth. So I was like, okay, cool. But anyways, Dani, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I can see where Chelsea's coming from, but I think it's you have to like look at the bigger picture of why a Cat even was a donor in the first place. It wasn't her choice. She didn't want to do this. So like, she's just not a good ambassador for this. Like, yeah, I had to save someone I hated and who hated me. She ruined my life in multiple ways, and I still had to give her. I was gonna curse here, but I had to give this young lady, even more. She can't get enough of me. Like, does her greed know no bounds, type of deal. So yeah, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. She was basically coerced to do this. Like, that's been my position from day one. Everyone pressured Kat, and then once she did it, they're like, oh my god, Kat, I didn't mean it. Oh my god, I can't believe your life was at risk. I should have seen it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Kat. And then just like paid her dust. So I can see why Kat would not want to be the face of this. It just doesn't make sense given her situation. Because if I was petty enough, I'd be like, okay, please be a donor because you need some. We need more people to be on the donor list. But remember, people are going to call you names if you don't do it. If you're under duress, you are absolutely not obligated to do it. If the person that needs it wronged your family and ruined your life, absolutely don't do it. Don't have regrets like I do. Like, I would just you would not want me as a spokesperson if I had to suffer through what Kat had to suffer, because I would not go happily, and people know this about me, so they would not ask.
My word. Okay, let's go ahead and get to the Hayley and Bill, I believe. Hold on. Or let's see. I'm trying to do this. Okay. Are we? There we go. So yeah, because I'm skipping past some of this other stuff. We'll hit the second parts of the scenes. All right.
Hey, they're worried about my brain. You want to add my bones to the list?
I'm sorry, babe. I'm just so frustrated with myself. I should have taken you to the hospital at the first sign of the tremors being back.
No, come on. That's not your fault. And we still don't have any idea what's going on.
I'm your wife. I should have insisted we get you checked out. I guess I was just in denial. I thought all of your medical issues were behind us.
Yeah, you and me both. Well, no more cheat days with Orphegene's biscuits or working through dinner. I'm gonna prioritize my health and wellness even more.
You're going to follow Madison's instructions?
Mm-hmm. To the letter. Yeah, whatever it takes. So don't you worry. You're gonna be stuck with me for a long, long time.
This man is so gullible. I'm mad on so many levels at this. Now that is my one complaint about this episode, where it's just like, damn, why can't he die or fall over or something? When I'm not saying that meaning like I'm wishing bad on Bill. I'm saying that meaning, what was the point of him going to the hospital if it wasn't serious? I feel like we're getting teased again, and we're not getting we're not making progress. And I feel like they might start to treat this like the whole BRCA thing with Naomi, and then they're just dragging this out. And I'm like, I need for this man to be laid up in a coma or something to like let us. Is it working? Because we thought it was working at first. Now it's not. Now everything's fine. Now he's trusting this heifer right here and just believing everything she says. Diana, you got
it. Yeah, I agree. It does feel like just a tease, right? Like one step forward, two steps back. Because if anything, he says like, "Oh, I'm going to take care of myself now. I'm going to do good." To me, that just reads we're going to see Hayley getting some more tea from her bosom tea, and just drop it in the public, and we're just like, she's really not going to get caught. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, I'm just like, yes, how much longer until we get some answers? And I know Madison said that she was gonna like do some reports, and at the end, you kind of see Hayley go like look a little bit worried. But I just considering that Madison did immediately say like, "Hey, call 911. This man might be having a stroke." Like, I get it. She's like, based on what she saw, she said it likely wasn't a stroke, but she couldn't rule it out. So why she was just like, I mean, you should really go. I'm now having doubts about Madison. I don't know if there's really anyone that I would want to get treatment from at Garland Memorial, but like they're really making it hard to trust in their expertise. That's all I have to say.
Well, Madison is cool. I need to see something. And maybe I will say this, because Bill is saying he's on this health kick now. He's like, oh no, I'll follow everything Madison does now because of the scare. That might force Hayley to get desperate, because if Bill is doing everything he can to take care of his health, that won't be doing Hayley any favors. So there may be more desperation in there, where it may not even be the bosom drops. It might be something else. His car brakes might not work one day or something. I don't know, but she might get desperate.
Oh, she might pull a Leslie and Eva. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, remember, Leslie's like, you're gonna need me one day. Maybe that's what it is, right? Like things aren't moving fast enough, and Hayley's just like, I gotta dip. I have a beach house in the Bahamas or whatever, Key West. I can't remember where it was, but and she calls Leslie, because in the spoilers, sorry y'all, but in the spoilers from what's going to happen this week, she does talk to Randy, and she's just like, I need this to happen now. So I think she's getting impatient. That's a problem. You can't get too impatient. That's when things start to fall apart.
Well, she may contact Leslie, and I think it will be funny if Leslie says no, because she's turned over a new leaf, and that'll frustrate Hayley even more and make her even more desperate.
I can see that too.
Yeah, unless Leslie's like, no, I'm gonna get my lick back because it's Bill. But we'll see if the proposition is made. So yep. All right, I have, what is the, okay, yeah, let me see. Okay, this would be the one. So let's go ahead and get to it.
Hey, whoa there, Tiger. Okay, let me help you out with that.
I need you right now.
Maybe we should just slow down a little bit. Okay, Look, we have time. There's no need to rush, baby.
What's the matter?
Nothing. We're just out of sync.
Is it because one of us isn't into it?
Come on. When have I ever not been attracted to you?
Well, maybe you're more affected by those pictures than you want to admit.
Okay, that's definitely not it. Maybe you're more bothered than you let on. Using sex this time as a distraction isn't gonna work for you.
That's what we've always been. You are my once-in-a-while man to clear my mind. That phrase will have a very different meaning if you're rejecting me now.
This isn't rejection. Danny, what is going on with you?
And now he's trying to psychoanalyze me. I didn't realize that I was about to sleep with my sister.
You know what? Hey, fine. Don't admit it. I know this is all about Bill Hamilton anyway.
Are you kidding me? I am not thinking about Bill when I'm in bed with you.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point, Danny. Sex with me was all about helping you figure out a way to not think about Bill. Isn't that what's happening right now?
The way he called that out like that, I was like, sir, you are better than Nicole, and we might need to put you on payroll, because that was 100% true. There were no lies detected during that call out. So I think Danny is slowly losing it because of this whole Bill thing, and she needs to come clean or figure something out or talk to someone, because all of this stuff is starting to blend. The whole thing with the cancer stuff, and then also finding out about Naomi's situation, and then the whole Bill thing as well. It's just all starting to blend, and it's driving her crazy because she's losing herself, and it seems like she's starting to forget who she is. Oh no. What about you, Diana?
I can see that, but I also don't know if it was fair for Andre to call Danny out for like why they even got together, because he was heartbroken over Paris. You know, like it wasn't just one person trying to forget things or to have a distraction. Like, you know, he had, I don't want to say demons of his own, but you know, he had his own things to work through. So like I get where he's coming from, and the problem is that I like, ironically, he's more right than he'd ever want to know. But at the same time, I just feel like there's insecurities. Like he has his insecurities, right? And I think Danny also called that out. Like, okay, you suffered great loss, and you're worried about me, yada yada yada. Like, I think there's a lot of projection going on both ends.
That's fair. To a certain degree, I just let me put it like this. If Danny was acting like Danny, then this wouldn't even be happening. Because the way I see it from Andre's end, Andre's been doing everything a husband should do. Even with this whole Brockaging thing, his approach is a little bit different. Well, I only say a little bit, it's more extreme. His approach is more extreme, but it's coming from a place of caring and love. And it's because he wants her to be around for a very long time, because he genuinely loves this woman. He is in love with this woman. Everything he has been doing has been as a concerned, loving husband. For Danny, because she's off her, I'll say off her game, for lack of a better term right now, off her game, it's messing up the vibe. There's a disturbance in the force. And if she had it together, none of this would be happening. That's why I'm putting it more on her and backing him for calling her out. That's where I'm coming from on it.
Yeah, well, okay. There was a scene, I can't remember what it was. Oh, when she started acting kind of, I mean, this all started with like her not wanting to get like you know, possibly like preventative care, and Andre like looking into it, and she's like, well, I don't want that. And you said this is just who Danny is. Like she would, I think I asked you, like, do you think it's because of the whole situation with Bill? And you're like, well, no, she's a model. Of course she cares. She's always been like this. This is her identity. So I don't know. It just kind of, it partially feels a little bit like that still.
But it's all blending together, though. That's what I'm saying. This thing of her not wanting to do that, which is a big deal. Because again, like I said, she's a model. It's her identity. She doesn't want to lose her breast, nor should she have to. In addition to that, you have the Bill thing just swirling around, and you're taking Andre being concerned, but in her eyes, it's pressure to get her to do this because he wants her to have a long life, but she's not looking to go for that. Then you have the Bill thing hovering over her head with the affair. And it's just all coming together. And then she's getting it mixed up in her head that, oh, well, maybe he's not into me, or he won't be into me because of this whole thing. And honestly, I feel like that is, I don't know what it's called, what psychologists or therapists call it when it comes to psychology, where somebody is intentionally doing something to, they say deflect, but that's not necessarily it. It's where you want to start an argument.
Yeah, not necessarily self-sabotaging, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like it's more she wants to start an argument about this than actually calmly talk things out, or at least say, hey, like she did at the end of this, the other scene with them together, where she's like, hey, I just can't talk about this right now. And he was like, okay. That I wish there would have been more of that. I don't know. Let's move on from this scene because we'll be here all night talking about them. What do I have on here? Andre and Dani. Oh, Nicole and Kat is what I have on here. Let's see. Nicole and Kat. There we go. Because I will say she was being a pretty good therapist on this one.
Now, I am more interested in talking to you about a major life decision you recently made, which you did not inform your mother about.
The condo?
Yes. Kat, getting your first place. That's huge. Congratulations, sweetie.
Thanks. Seems like everything's working out. I lived with the Grands for the past few months while they needed me, and then when it was time to move on, the condo was still there. It just felt like fate.
Is that what happened? You just wanted the condo before somebody else snatched it up. Because you know your grandparents weren't rushing you to leave.
So yeah, I didn't feel any pressure. But it was time, you know?
But you didn't mention anything about wanting a new place at the hospital. Was there something specific that happened that sparked this?
Actually, it was you who lit a fire under me.
How?
Well, you said in order to make my relationship work, I need to learn to compromise.
Okay, so let me understand this. You bought a condo for the sake of your relationship. Did Tomas ask you to do this?
After I turned down his proposal, I felt like I needed to do something big. Something that said, I do love you, even though I'm not ready to walk down the aisle.
So how does buying a condo achieve this?
Well, I just put my money where my mouth is. I got a place that we could live in together. I'm meeting him halfway.
It's great to.
I'm jumping to the other part of the scene, everyone, because again, this was an interesting conversation. Anita is so pretty. Side note, as that fell on there. But let me get to the other part of the scene. All right, here we go.
We're not at war. He's not angry that I turned down his proposal, but I know he's hurt and embarrassed, and I need to make it up to him.
So now you feel like you're in Tomas's debt because you said no?
Mom, you're making it something it's not. Shouldn't I care about how I affect my boyfriend?
Of course, but being considerate of his feelings is not the same thing as being responsible for them.
You're the one who told me I should learn to compromise. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Kat, Tomas is your first everything. You are learning in real time. And no is a complete sentence, and it doesn't need to be followed by a yes anywhere else. That huge heart of yours means well. But these types of decisions shouldn't be made under this kind of pressure.
Like donating a liver to someone who hates you?
You can't compare what you did for Eva to what you're attempting to do for Tomas.
Well, it doesn't even matter, because he wasn't exactly overjoyed at the idea of moving in together.
Okay, well, I can compare what she's doing to Tommaso to what happened with her and Eva. So, I, as far as I'm concerned, it's the same thing. She shouldn't have to do that either. But here she is, standing and working and being a businesswoman while Eva just lays in bed and does nothing. But minor details. I don't like. My thing is, she shouldn't have been in this place. Okay, what Nicole is saying makes 100% sense, to me, right? I agree with what she's saying. I think these are questions that Kat needs to ask herself. However, where was this energy when he first cheated on her? They're just like, well, Kat, I think this was your fault. All this stuff. I mean, yeah. Eva's also a victim, despite her inviting him and making out with him and trying to see him behind your back and taunting you with him and him divulging all your deepest, darkest secrets and her throwing it in your face. Yeah, all that happened, but Kat, it's still your fault. And you really need to give him some leeway. And now they're here going are you really going to be with that man? These past few episodes have been Tomas, really? And I mean, he slept around on her. All this, I'm just save your breath, y'all. You clearly did not care when it first happened. And now you're here oh, shoot, should we have intervened before? I'm you can miss me with all this.
Well, first of all, correction. Eva is not at home laid up in bed. She did go for a walk. And please be more specific next time. She's at home with a good man. Let's be clear on that part.
I mean, now, yeah, well, no job, but that's fine.
But again, Isaiah doesn't have to work. Now, for the Kat thing with Tomas, I believe that this is one of the better scenes with her and Nicole. I love when Nicole really, really breaks things down. And she was like, no is a complete sentence. You don't have to follow it with a yes with anything else. Letting her know, girl, we appreciate you being nice, but if you don't want to do this, you don't have to do this. So why are you doing this again? And she's really having that conversation almost as if Kat is her patient, breaking it down, but Nicole's in mom mode. And I respect that. I also like that they can have an open and honest conversation, because not every child can talk to their parent. Some parents are easy to talk to, and some parents are not always easy to talk to. But I do like that Nicole and Kat have a good enough relationship where they can have an honest conversation with each other. And Nicole's being honest, I don't think you should move in with this man, because it doesn't seem like it's the time. It's you already told him no on the marriage thing. And yeah, so that's where I'm at on that. I just want Kat to find someone else is what I want. That's what I'm hoping for, because Tomas.
Yeah, same. I want someone to have her back and not Eva's back. I don't want a man for the community. I don't want she should have dumped him in the first place. And that's always going to be my gripe, is that he's trash, and he should have stayed with trash, and everyone would have been happier.
Well, Eva has definitely moved on to better. So no, don't need him. Don't want him. The streets can have him. Speaking of the streets, here comes the hooker now. Let's go ahead and play this one.
What do you mean? She's dressed for church.
Well, I'm happy you're both here with me. I'd be a terrified mess if I were alone.
Yeah. Dad's in good hands with Madison.
I know, but my mind just keeps wandering. I almost lost Bill once. I can't bear the thought of that happening again.
Or what? You'll take his money and run?
What? Of course not. I just meant it'd be hard for me.
Oh, just on you, huh?
Chelsea, please, now's not the time.
Listen, of course, we all love your father in our own ways, but I am with him day and night. He's my entire world. Ever since the stroke, there's just been this buzzing fear that something else was going to happen. And just when I start to kill the noise, boom.
Well, maybe you should steal someone younger next time.
You know, there's no use in trying to connect with you. You are just like your mother.
I am. And hopefully we can tag team you when she gets here.
She's coming? But did you call her?
Yeah, I thought she'd want to know.
Great. Now she can just swoop in and act like the OG Mrs. Hamilton making a fuss over someone who isn't hers.
Don't you think our dad would want to see the mother of his children?
It doesn't matter. It's not like she has a choice.
Oh, whatever.
Somebody's gonna have to pinch me.
When I tell you, Chelsea on my favorite characters list went up a couple of notches
She did.
after this one. Because when I tell you, she kept gut punching Hayley, she's like, let me give you another. Hayley say something, she's like, let me give you something else. Like, I was just like, Chelsea was not letting up. And even though it wasn't the right place for it, I was here for it.
Where is the right place?
In the home or something like that. At the hospital when Bill's in bed, which
This is their home. They're there. This is Naomi's office, essentially. This is a private room. She can't convince me otherwise.
It's just like, okay, let's play nice for now, and then once we get out of here, then we can have it out. But
No, I mean, I don't know. There's no right time or place for the truth.
I'm not mad at that logic at all. Oh my goodness. That's all I have on the card sheet, because yeah, it was Nicole and Kat, Chelsea, Naomi, Hayley, Andre and Dani, Kat and Chelsea. Yeah, that's what I had on the card. I think that's pretty much it. It feels like this went by fast. Let me check something. Yeah, real fast.
I mean, again, it was a lot of dialogue, right? There wasn't and nothing necessarily new, right? It's just like conversations that needed to be had.
Yeah,
eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, it was still anticlimactic though for me with the whole Bill thing, because I'm just like, okay, because it would just been nice. Like once he got there, it was like things are fine, but then at the end of this episode, things were not fine, and then he just sort of blacked out and went into a coma and did that.
Okay, this manifestation.
This is like I would have so been here for that, and then he could have had one of those crazy dreams like Kat had, except this time it would be a thing of what if he stayed with Dani, what his life would look like.
I mean, he'd probably be like, I could have had so many more women at my disposal. I don't know how else to say it, but he would have had his life would have been a lot easier. Again, I think there was what was it? Yeah, no, okay. There was like a line that Dani said, and she's just like, I let you basically have everything that you wanted. Like, why would you do this to me? And he's just like, because you disgust me or something. You have like no self-respect anymore. So yeah, I guess it was inevitable that he would, like, Bill having it all, and he still is complaining. Wild to me. But
yeah, it's just like I said, writers coma within 2 weeks. Get on it. But other than that, I don't really care about that many other storylines right now. I don't care about Ashley and Grayson. I don't really care about Ted and Shanice. It's like, again, I like them as a couple, even though they're not going to work. But yet, don't really care about their storyline right now. Oh, I do care about Andre and Dani. I want them to work that out. We'll see where it goes. I want Dani to come clean. I somewhat care about Kat and Tomas only because I want Kat to hurry up and leave Tomas so Tomas can do whatever he needs to do and move on with his life. Samantha and Tyrell. I don't care about Tyrell and Jessica as much. I am curious to see, will Jessica change her mind and stay? And to be honest, I think Jessica might end up staying. Well, I do. I think she might end up staying. 55% there that she will end up staying.
You never watched The Hills, have you? Like, did you? It was like a reality TV show on MTV.
I did not. I know it,
Okay.
but I didn't watch it.
Okay. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did. There was an iconic episode where the main character, I mean, because it was all scripted and fake, right? Has a chance to go to Paris for Fashion Week, but she doesn't go because she has like troubles with her boyfriend, and she needed to stay in the home to take care of it. And there's like a line that's like, "You're gonna be known as the girl that didn't go to Paris," and she's like cry, like it's just like so dramatic, and she's crying, and I'm like, ironically, even though it was a fake scene, or it's just reality TV, I think it just burned into everyone's brains because it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to be the girl that just didn't go to Paris because of a man, like just someone stopping your dreams. And so therefore, Jessica, you need to go to UCLA, girl. You need to go. That's it.
Writers, that is Diana's plea.
Don't set a bad example for girls everywhere. Leave that man behind. Go start your own adventure. And yeah, this is, you want someone, but I'm sorry, but Tyrell's just too moody for me. So
well, he is a Cancer. Yep. And yeah, Samantha, she's just chilling. I think Samantha I'm curious to see what she will do for like work and stuff like that, but I think Samantha will do some really cool things as a character on that show. Martin and Smitty, I'm waiting for the divorce, but it's taking a while. We'll see what happens with that. I'm being honest. I honestly feel like almost all of these people need to be divorced to a certain degree because Martin will more than likely mess it up because of his ego. I feel like he will, and it's going to be partly because Smitty has went back to work, just like that thing. Vernon's going back to work. That was one of the scenes that happened in this episode today, where Anita gave the side eye to Vernon. Like, what? So I don't know. Some people caught it, but yeah. So again, ego, but I think Smitty will get caught up in work, and then Martin will just be like, "Oh, why aren't you giving me enough attention?" and all this other stuff and everything else. And I don't necessarily think it will be from cheating. I just think it might be from a respect thing where he doesn't respect Smitty's work. So
that's fair. I mean, I hope they last just for Smitty, not necessarily for Martin, because he's dead to me. But it's just Smitty deserves so much more.
Wow. Well, hopefully we can find Smitty somebody.
Someone is actually happy.
We hope. Oh Lord. Well, I guess it's that time. Gators, we appreciate the support and all the love as usual. We are doing our best to keep our schedule. Things will be coming up over the next few weeks, but we will do our best to work something out and go from there. But don't forget to tune in. We always try to have our episodes up Monday through Friday at 11:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And with that, I will say until next time.
Bye.